What we need to discuss right now is what's in front of us, which will be Camden County College versus Kettering University, the Cougars versus the Bulldogs. Both teams having a good, successful start to the season. Kettering dropping their first game of the season just last week, going now dropping to 2-1. The Cougars, the Valorant Cougars here, still undefeated at 3-0, so looking to keep that one going. So we'll have that game coming up here in just a little while. So I know that the players are getting ready. They're getting into the game here. So we'll talk a little bit about what we expect to see. I mean, so far, Camden County has been, they've been dominant. I think that's fair to say. Their Valorant fortunes have been very stellar. So they expect to continue that. But, like we saw in Overwatch last night, anything can happen, and it will be Haven. Haven will be the first map. That is that 3-site map. Can be a bit interesting. And I understand that the players are actually getting into game as we speak. So we'll move on over there in just a moment to take a peek at that. So it'll be next time you join in, we will have the game. Be right with you. All right, welcome back, everybody. Heading into the game, it will be Camden County having to start on the defensive side here. Kettering University will show us what they have on the attack. So the left side of your screen, that bluish green, will be Camden County College. Your Cougars on the right side, Kettering University. The Bulldogs taking on the red attacking side. This is a best-of-3 set. First to 2 maps win, so we will at least have one additional map after this first Haven map. So let's take a look at compositions for a moment. Just let's take a peek at the compositions here. For Camden County, we see Flame on the Sova, Bus taking that Sky, Nish playing the Duelist, which we haven't seen Nish play a lot yet this particular semester, so interesting to see that. Gonna lock things down with the Killjoy. Vortex, the controller extraordinaire, gonna be taking the Astra. And then on the other side, Sloppy taking Sky. We see Killjoy, actually pretty much the same compositions. The only thing is that Kettering University is opting for the Omen. And that more of the aggressive kind of controller style over the Astra. And let battle be joined. It'll be Wunkin starting things off here. The Cougars getting a little bit adventurous in mid. Wunkin getting the best of that one. So in a 5v4 early on, here will be Vortex. He will get audio cues. The smoke is down, but it'll be Mo Mello with the kills. Flame trading 2 back immediately. Huge play there. But here comes Valley, who's going to be pincering here onto Flame, and now it's a 1v2. Picking up the Ghost. He'll favor the upgrade.
Spike planted.
So we're going to get some intel. And what's important is that he's going to know where isn't. And it'll actually be Wunkin here. Wunkin and Island going to be repositioning into this long spot. And it's going to be awfully hard. Yuno's going to have to get something early. And Island gave him an opportunity. But this is going to be so hard to win. He's going to have to find a headshot. He's going to have to get aggressive. Almost had it there. Didn't quite have it. And Island will close it down. So Kettering University taking that opening frag and translating it into a round 1 pistol round in the books for them. A great start for the Bulldogs.
I should write today. Up I go. Let's see now.
So Flame will buy into this round a little bit with the home run hitting Sheriff did get a couple of kills, so that makes sense that they're interested in investing here. And all of the Cougars are going to get very aggressive. The Astra Smoke being used. Luckily for the Cougars, nothing happens with that Soa Dart, and it'll be a 1-for-1 trade. The Cougars will take any even trade at this point. Bus going to use the dog here. Spots out the Killjoy. And now we see Island going to take some space over to A, and they're not going to run into that full stack of 4 players. The Omen Smoke's coming out, and Kettering University will have control of the A site. The bomb, the spike will go down, and it'll be Valley going to hold this off angle, this flank, and it may pay dividends. The Cougars, you would expect something, and it will be a lineup, you know. It will be collateral damage. Valley getting 3 in this round, looking to get a 4th. He'll find it. And now it comes down to just Vortex here in what is nearly an impossible situation. Does get the dink onto Wunkin, but it's going to have to be a whole lot more than that. And as the time ticks down, so do the hopes of the Cougars in this one.
Useless individual.
Does get a kill here, and anything that Vortex can get is certainly beneficial. But you're not too worried if you're the Cougars. You dropped round 1, so you're likely to drop round 2. They try to get creative there. And they did some economic damage. I believe they took two with them. So a full buy, likely full utility across the board for Camden County. Still those hand-me-downs on the part of KU.
Placing swarm grenade.
So we've seen this mid-control often, or at least in the first couple of rounds, on the part of Kettering. Flash won't get any intel, but the flash going down might be the go button. And Kettering just trying to find something. They're really taking this space here. Omen Smoke's coming down onto the B site. Flash goes in. Bus is gonna know that the B is at the moment the target. We do have one player roaming. It is Wunkin on the Omen. And now this B site is gonna get a little bit claustrophobic here. Flame is off to the side, gets one. Bus drops. 1 for 1. But now here comes and and wait a second, Nish with the flank gets 1. But they being Kettering University, will take that upgraded Vandal. It will be on Wunkin. 3 versus 2. The Cougars don't want to give anything cheap away. Is blinded up here. The teammate, Vortex, trading back immediately. And now it's going to get interesting, and 9 HP is what will separate the Cougars from being down 0-3 versus 1-2. Maybe a little too close for comfort, but that is the round that they absolutely needed to win. Are able to pull it out. But it got interesting. It got a little bit too interesting. And as a result, the Cougars will be on a weird buy here. Of course, going to take that Vandal into this round, and Flame going to invest into a Judge.
I'll get that spooky ghost.
But that's all it'll be. It'll be some light shields and sheriffs otherwise. Flame spotting out Island, I believe, for just a moment. Flame actually making a last-second decision, swapping to the Bucky. So as we take a look here, a very deliberate approach from Kettering University. Going to start to take some space here. Flame did get some audio cues. Probably relaying that to Nish as we speak. Nish will have to take a peek here. Does get shot at. And then Flame in an interesting position. But they're both going to get pinged out here. And Flame will have to do something. Does find one. Maybe finds a second. Does.
Spike down A.
And here comes Vortex, who's gonna be caught off guard maybe by this Wunkin player here. With the floating roam. Wunkin has been floating away from his team. Gonna get tagged up. Bus knows that Wunkin, the Omen, is hanging off to the side. Gonna heal up with the Vandal in hand, favoring him to take the trade. Ooh, gets spotted out, and Wunkin might consider getting aggressive right about now.
Last player standing.
Doesn't have to. And now it comes down to Bus, Sheriff in hand. 1 versus 3. It'll have to be a 3 headshot performance for them. Does go out, but doesn't have enough HP, will fall. The environment claiming that kill. Credit to Valley on Kettering University. So the Bulldogs opening it up here. Again, Camden County hasn't been tested too much yet this season. A couple of, tighter rounds, tighter maps.
Right here.
But down early in this one, the economy, they just haven't been able to get anything going. Though it looks like Sloppy is going to need to get a bye, potentially. I'm sure that's going to come out here. I would be very surprised if it didn't. And it's, again, surprised. I'm not sure whether that was a miscommunication there. But they will go in with just the classic. Nish and Flame, they think they know a little bit of something. Nish with 1.
Gun here.
And of course, Sloppy is going to want to find that gun. Does!
Heal up, squad.
And they get away with the gun, so a bit of an economic trade there. Bus being called over. Find Sloppy for just a moment. Dog will come out trying to find some intel, buying his teammates some time. Killjoy, ultimate, Valley, deciding now is the time. Bus, not able to quite get that kill. And I think it was Flame there, taking down Valley's ultimate. Nish dials off to the backside, and now it's a 3 versus 4. Gonna have to find something too on the B site. Awkward positioning for all of the squads here. But Flame is ready, finds 2, and a 3rd by across the map. Comes down now to Island. Is gonna hear that audio cue, but it won't much matter. They know where he's coming from, and he's got to get the spike. So how is he going to play it? He's gonna swing out, but Vortex and Flame are ready. Teaming up to give the Cougars their 2nd round, heading now into round number 6.
I should play some Astral Stars in this reality.
So that's what the Cougars needed to do. They've played the economic game relatively well. It will be a full buy, so a big pivotal round for Kettering University. The Bulldogs need to win this one, and it will be the save for them. Going to be opening a savings account. They haven't tested Seed thus far. Going to get tagged up through the wall. Vortex is going to spot 1. He's going to know. And has been called from the side. He's going to swing. He'll find 2. And Vortex finding the 3rd. And this round has been derailed. But Bus might be a victim of timing. I don't think he suspects that Wunkin's going to be here. Wunkin has been finding these weird timings, these weird angles. 4 versus 2. Wunkin just picking up the spike, trading his teammate back, and now at a 1 versus 3. Wunkin, interesting that was committed. I would have expected them to commit that if they had gotten another man advantage there, at least kind of clawed it back to almost even. Intel going to be gained. Is Wunkin can expect that will be here? Is going to be ready. Here's the footsteps. Doesn't quite have the aim. Wunkin goes low, but does have a gun in hand.
30 seconds left.
Tense moments. It will really only take one stray bullet here. And now, the clutch they would love, but even the plant alone which is some audio that they're going to get, the Cougars, that is, in just a moment. Audio being gained as well
Spike planted.
from the Omen smoke. Oh, but here he is. He has been spotted out. He's down to 13 HP, and they line up for him, but it won't matter. A little dicey there, a little sloppy maybe, but the Cougars will draw even 3-3. Flame going to take the defuse to stack up that Sova ultimate. So I got to imagine this is going to be a save round for Kettering University.
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a team. So,
Again, this is map 1 in a best-of-3 set. But listen, in a best-of-3, yeah, you can reverse sweep. But at the end of the day, in college Valorant, these map 1s are huge. Absolutely huge. So let's take a look real fast. It will be a mixed buy here, some armor and some upgraded pistols and SMGs for Kettering University. Mo Mello has the knives out, and it's going to be a fast play by the looks of things here. Flame going to spot out the A push. Flame and Nish going to have to hold, bringing Bus over. Nish in a tight spot here. Gets one through the smoke. Bus as well, getting into it. And here comes Flame with the spray control. Oh my goodness, and was that a right click from the Classic to clean it up? Flame absolutely on fire.
Watch them run when lit by my sonar. That's when we strike.
Flame came to play this week. My goodness. 4-3, and if we take a look at the rounds, it was Kettering University taking the all-important pistol and taking that momentum to a 3-1 mark at round 4, but the last 3 rounds have gone the way of Camden County. They are now in the lead in this one, but it'll be a full buy coming out. Nish going to take aggressive positioning here. Hasn't taken it yet, misses the knives, and both A defenders are down. Flame also dropping. Kettering University knowing that now is the time to get aggressive. Uses the Seekers. Sky Ultimate committed to win this round. And then, I mean, I was going to say, going to be challenging, thinking about it. And it's now going to be up to only him. I think Wunkin's going to get aggressive. Unfortunate investment finds one to get some of that diffusal, to get some of that ultimate currency back.
Placing swarm grenade.
So it will be Kettering University drawing even here, 4-4, as decides to save, but may run into Island. Who's gonna spot who? Island has the advantage on having to jump that one. 4-4. Economy still pretty strong though for Camden County. The Bulldogs will, I think, have a full buy across the board with some help from friends there for Sloppy. In fact, they do. So, first time we're seeing some even money. I thought Vortex had enough, maybe buying for Flame. And that's what it was. So it will be a full buy across the board. Flame gonna bring out the op. Wunkin thinking about pushing ahead. And indeed does, and it will be that Valorant timing. Finds him, does the damage, and Nish in support cleans it up.
Placing swarm grenade out.
Holding this garage position, and it is now a man advantage, 5-4. Oh, and Valley has taken space, but trading it back immediately is Flame. So here comes Bus. He's gonna know that Valley's getting aggressive. Four to two. Sloppy comes out of the smoke, going to get the spike down, and this is kind of awkward positioning here. Oh goodness, no! Island is behind and probably should have killed. Flame didn't. Waited. I think you've got to take that off the board sooner than that. And here we go. It might be payback, and it will be. Oh, wait a minute. No, Nish doesn't have it, but cleans it up My God! What did we just witness there? Sova twice with ultimates with the back turned. Nish gonna find an upgrade here. Just Bus just buying time. Probably trying to get the op back and does. Whoa, wow. Feels bad to be a Sova player in this one, apparently. 5-4. Big round for the Cougars. And the economy is tight. I mean, there's no way to say it other than that. On both teams here. So it will be full buys across the board. Some light armor, glass cannon, maybe tinfoil cannon coming out from Valley. Cougars going to get aggressive here, showing something that they haven't quite seen before. Bus going to commit the Seekers, and here comes Yuno getting aggressive onto the window position. And it will be fights across the board. Vortex just spotting out the elbow here of Wunkin. It will be a 1 versus 2.
Taking that back.
And now the Cougars own mid. So that is pretty huge. It will be 3 members of Kettering University pushing on over to the A side. And they're going to call for the rest. Taking the spot. It could be awkward timing if he looks the right way. He won't. He does? Here's the audio now from Wunkin. Nish getting that kill. We're going to see what happens here. He spots him out. He has the dink through the box, but not the kill. Ultimately, a 3 versus 2. He missed a couple of kills. And Valley goes down. Astra ult being used as well. And now it'll be Island in this hell position. He's going to find one that lines up pretty well. Bus and Vortex going to have to be huge. And they are 6-4. The Cougars in a dogfight, but now winning. Their fangs proving to be sharper than the Bulldog at the moment. So I got to imagine that's going to spell the end of buy rounds for Kettering University. Certainly not across the board. They're going to try and get their money lined up.
I've got enough time to
They do have one Vandal looking for that home run play, possibly.
Turn out.
So with this weird, this mixed buy, which is mostly a save round here, Vortex is going to hear those audio cues. He will get pinged out here. They're going to know about him. They're going to take some shots through the smoke. They'll find pay dirt. And now getting aggressed upon. But here is Bus with a kill, trading it back. And he'll be huge here with the lineup. Finds 4. Does he have the ace? Not quite. But only a little bit of health left now for Wunkin is going to get out with a Guardian in hand. Can't imagine this goes well for them. The Cougars not giving him any breathing room whatsoever. 7-4, last round of the half. The Cougars, it looked a little bit weird at first, but if they end this half at 8-4, they'll be happy about it. So we do have a timeout coming up here. So while that's happening, we will make sure that we pivot on over to the hold screen and talk a little bit about what we're seeing thus far. So 7-4, Cougars looking for an 8-4 half here. 7-5, I think, is what you really want if you're Kettering University, given how you started this half. I mean, it looked pretty good for you. A lot of momentum early, getting those 3-round wins out of the first 4. But since then, it's been a 6-1 run in favor of Camden County. But, you do expect that the Cougars are going to play the defense pretty well. Pretty balanced operators, agents, I should say, excuse me. This is not Rainbow Six. Across the board for both of these squads. So I wouldn't really say that either team is favored on either attack or defense. So you're going to take that 7-5 or 8-4 lead and be very happy with it. But 8-4 feels a lot better than 7-5. All right, the timeout is over, and now we are back into the action.
Checking the situation.
I think it's time to mix things up. So taking a look at it, will be full buys across the board. Again, this is that final round of the half. And they've never been able to gain purchase on C. Vortex playing this anchor role very, very well.
Recovering it.
I've got your trail.
Seeker's going to be used just for intel, not willing to take a play just yet. And Vortex gets that kill on the Valley, not possibly in the smoke, I'm not sure. And here we go. Bus and Nish going to have to get aggressive. Bus finds one. Nish here as well, trying to take shots through the smoke. Doesn't have it, but the spike is down. It is now a 4 versus 3. Nish going to charge up the dash here. Wunkin takes the spike, gets it to safety. And there's that Valorant timing for you. And look at this, Vortex and Yuno off the back of this one. Yuno with the headshot, and now it's going to get a little bit claustrophobic. It's going to get hot here. Momella does take down a player, but Wunkin and Vortex trading blows, and now in a 1 versus 2, and it is a pincer, but Momella has the flick. Doesn't know where Vortex is just yet. Vortex can afford to play time. He's probably going to spot out ahead, misses the shot. And Momella with a quadra! The aim wasn't quite there. And the Jet player taking us to 7-5, and the Bulldogs needed that one. We will swap sides now.
Here.
The Cougars going to show us what their attack looks like. But my goodness, everybody, that was tense. And that's why we watch, right? I mean, Momella with an absolute huge play when his team needed the most. So if we remember, we saw the Cougars primarily just playing one player on the C site itself. And playing one player in Garage here, which is inevitably, it looks like eventually what Kettering University may decide to do. They are getting aggressive, is Valley in mid here. The Killjoy players likely to spot out each other maybe at some point. Killjoy turret is spotted out, or at least heard. And the Killjoy players will just be 2 ships passing in the night. And that could be advantageous positioning now for Valley. Does have 1. But here we go. It could be the KJ players just getting cheeky. And Vortex cleaning it up, and Yuno owns the B site. So at the end of the day, 4 versus 3, the Vortex Astra smoke gonna come down here, and Nish gonna play inside of it. Gonna spot 1, has it. Does he have the second? Doesn't. So it's gonna be a flanking move here. And now just Island left alive in a 1v3. Now it'll be his retake on the Sova. He will have the recon dart to use. Or are they going to expect that he turned here? They will. The recon dart not finding the spot where he wanted it to go, I don't think. 8-5. All-important pistol round in the second half goes to the Cougars. 8-5. Now this is that save round. So this is the one the Cougars really expect to win. And then we head into the bonus,
I gotta visit the Astral to play some stars.
where it will be up to the Bulldogs to hold serve.
We are above them.
And it will be a stack A. The Cougars have guessed right. And the Cougars will just own the site. They don't know about Valley sitting in Garage, but it won't much matter. It'll have to be a 5v5 retake. Not a lot of utility or weapons to go around. So here is Flame, knowing full well that Valley is around the corner. It'll have to be the wide swing, but it won't be enough.
Here.
And there is Bus. Doesn't have the kill. Nish cleaning it up for his teammate. And Flame locking it down, only dropping one player. Pretty solid from Camden County in a round that, you do expect them to win. And you'll see that. You'll see teams, Kettering University in this case, and we saw it in the first half of this particular map. We saw Camden County do the exact same thing, which is try and stack with that eco buy a full save round, just to see if you can guess right on a stack. Let the fight get messy, get some guns on the ground, but Cougars guess right, win the round. 9-5.
Placing swarm grenade.
And now this is the one where you've got to get busy if you're the Bulldogs. This is the round. Your backs are up against it. Can't drop the first 3. Cougars posturing all over the map. And they're just sending Yuno here, adventuring, spelunking into mid. He'll spot out Island for a moment. In fact, Sloppy went down. Or went down low, I should say. And here we go. It could come down to Valley holding this pivot point. Nisha and Yuno thinking about it. The Cougars haven't yet committed anywhere, trying to see, will the Bulldogs, will they get a little bit antsy? Oh, and it is always about timing. Nish taking this position at the only time that he possibly could, but Valley has the swing. Trying to trade it back, doesn't have it. Valley, the defense in Garage has been stout. So at 3 versus 5, and only 20 seconds remaining, the Cougars investing a lot of time into trying to find some sort of pick. And the Cougars are going to be a full sprint onto the A site. Mo Mello will have to be the lone defender here. I believe they will get the spike down unless Mo Mello has them on the cross. Doesn't. Spike will get down here. And Bus with a kill off to the backside will make things at least interesting in a 3 versus 4. Oh, and Vortex has his ability out. The Vortex using the gravity Vortex. Again, Bus making things interesting, but the defuse will go out. 9-6. The Bulldogs bouncing back, winning the round that they absolutely had to win. Okay, so if we take a look at the economy here, the Cougars fully invested. Full buys across the board. Kettering not quite, but just with some light armor there, but virtually. Wonkin with 1, possibly through the smoke, calls Valley to his aid on the C site. Has gotten beyond this smoke. May not know, Wonkin that is. He's gonna get aggressive, finds the kill onto Valley. Now the Omen smoking this up here. Kettering University taking space across the board, across the map on the backside, 2 versus 4. And I think all of those kills may have been through the smoke. Wonkin gonna reposition here, at least try and convince them that he has. Vortex with that kill. They're not committing to the site, which is interesting. And the Bulldogs haven't pulled anyone away. They do just now, as we see Mo Mello pulling off of the A site here. They still have Island in an aggressive position. With 30 seconds remaining, the Cougars haven't committed. They will now. Island will get those audio cues. And it will come down to timing. Doesn't get aggressive, but the audio will alert the Bulldogs that this will be an A play. All eyes will be on Flame, and it comes down to timing! Mo Mello and Sloppy pushing exactly when they had to. 9-7, and I think it'll be a save round, possibly, for Camden County. So heading here into round 17, we very much have a map on our hands. What was at one point looking very comfortable from Camden County, I think all of the momentum now on the side of the Bulldogs here. And speaking of dogs, some intel will be gained. I don't believe any damage being dealt. And there's Sloppy, gonna find all of that intel. Cougar's gonna get aggressive. They will take the A site by storm, as we see Kettering University here in heaven. The Cougars looking to put some suppressive fire down onto heaven. And what's kind of interesting here is that there isn't a flanking maneuver happening yet. Island and Nish trading kills. Vortex with one as well. And he's just going to play the Astra ultimate, and it's going to be awfully tight. A lot of time being wasted. And there it is, Vortex looming large now in this one with a triple kill. Looks to find a fourth. And he will find four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set him up and knock him down. 10-7. The Cougars bouncing back, clawing back to get onto double digits. 10-7. So these rounds have been close, which if you're a casual Valorant observer, let me explain why that's important. The fact that these are close rounds and not routes means that Camden County can win that round and send the Bulldogs into a save situation almost immediately. And they will get aggressive here. They're gonna, I'm almost certain Bus would have heard that. He's gonna know that they're gonna get aggressive here, have taken space in mid, has KU, and the shots will rain down. And we've got Island with a timing play, but I don't think they're going to get anything. It will be onto the C site, and the plant will go down uncontested. And the Cougars will have a pretty comfortable setup now.
Targets destroyed.
Bus and Flame in battle with two. Island and Sloppy. Island doesn't have it. Does Sloppy have it? Does. 1-for-1 trade there. Bus here's the reload, gets the kill, and it will be Wunkin pushing out. Closing it down with a pair. 11-7. The Cougars now gaining some of that wiggle room back that they had lost. Looking for 2 more rounds to send us into map number 2. The Bulldogs needing to get to work.
Going to Astral to do them Astral Guardian things I do.
So if we take a look at the rounds, it was a pair of rounds traded back and forth. So if that's a trend, then KU's got this one in the bag. But certainly Camden County has other ideas. It will just be Mo Mello, by the way, on the A site by their lonesome. It's going to charge up the dash, and the Cougars going to get a little bit aggressive. I mean, a lot of bit aggressive. The Killjoy is going to be used. The Astra smokes are down. The setup for the retake defense as well. And I'm not sure that was wise. I mean, as I say that, Island gets a kill. There's a lot of things happening there. Both Killjoys being used. Vortex does have the kill to make it a 2 versus 3. But this is not easy. Absolutely not easy. They're gonna know where he is. He finds one. Island dies. Mo Mello cleans it right back. That got chaotic, to say the least. I think what we saw there, both Killjoys investing their ultimates. I'm not sure. Did we see Flame? I think it was both Sovas using their ultimates as well. I thought what we had heard was actually Island investing his ultimate to kill the. In fact, I think I was right. We saw the Killjoy ultimate for go off, and I'm not sure if Island was going for kills or if he was going for the ultimate. Does get a kill with it. So Astra and Jet with ultimates available. Omen and Jet on the side of KU. Camden County thinking about testing the C site at this time. Didn't work for them the first time. And here we go. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. You know. But that's not what the doctor ordered for Camden County. It's a 1-for-2 trade, making it even here.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Spike will go down.
Without it.
Vortex with low HP. So if your Vortex are not going to be looking to do any sort of peeking anytime soon, he'll get healed up here. And now it's a tough spot for Sloppy. Doesn't quite find the head there. And now match point. Excuse me. It'll say match point.
Match point.
But it's map point. Map point for map number 1 is upon us. The Cougars looking for one more. The Bulldogs will need 4 in a row to send us to overtime. I mean, I've liked what I've seen from Camden County using their ultimates pretty well. I mean, the Bulldogs no slouch in that department either. We've seen it. Just a couple of rounds ago where it was worked to perfection, but it was Camden County
Out of my way.
using it well there. So Nish pops his ultimate. The knives are out, and the Omen smoke will be a little bit late. Try to get a wall bang, nothing doing.
Swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
And it might be, the play might be out here. The playbook, that is. Because thus far, Camden County, once they've targeted a site, used some utility, they have moved on to it. So some of those early rotations come out this time. Valley and the Killjoy players may spot it out each other. We'll have to see how it goes here. A more neutral defense now. Back for KU. And they've just sent exploring. My goodness, it's all about that timing. I don't think Island spotted him out. Definitely did not buy the crosshair placement. Always comes down to timing. What can find? What can Wunkin do?
Cover going out.
Wunkin is going to get spotted out here. Does have one. Any more than that would be devastating for Camden County. And Wunkin just going to get out of dodge. But here is who has slipped the net, but he hasn't found Island. 3-4. Spike is down. No ultimates available from Camden County, so it will be Flame getting a little bit aggressive here. Takes damage from Sloppy. Trading blows. And Vortex, and they don't know where Nish is. Vortex getting 2 huge kills to set up Nish for a triple, a lineup. My goodness, a great ending for the Cougars. In map number 1, goodness gracious, a fun, entertaining map. Woo, 13-8 was the score. Map 1 in the books, so we're going to take a brief break, everybody. We'll take about 5 minutes to head into map number 2. The Cougars hoping to lock it down and take it in straight maps. But we will find out how it goes, and we will see you in about 5 minutes for Breeze. Breeze will be the next map, so see everybody soon. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Camden County College Cougar Esports. Leveling up the stream is the name of the game here this particular semester. So again, we're going to see a whole lot of new transitions, new things coming. So make sure to stay tuned. If that's a reason to watch unto itself. Every single week we will have something new for every one of these games. For Valorant this time, we have some new HUDs, some new overlays. Let us know what you think about them. If via emotes, can you do it via emotes? Can I get yays or nays in the chat? Yay or nays in the chat? Anyway, so heading into map number 2, the Cougars of Camden County College versus Kettering University, the Bulldogs. And map 1 went the way of Camden County. I would not say in decisive fashion. I would say in comfortable fashion. It was clearly a competitive match. I think especially based off of Mo Mello's heroic play at the end of the first half, giving Kettering University some life. So we will be heading now into game in just a moment. Heading into what is going to be map number 2. It will be Breeze. It will be the same sides. Camden County going to start us off on the defense. The Bulldogs of Kettering University going to start off on attack. I don't believe we've yet seen Breeze on stream here, because when we first streamed Valorant, there most certainly was no Breeze map. And when we streamed last year, I also don't believe it was yet in. I'm not sure. It wasn't, or rather, it wasn't in rotation. But it's certainly in rotation now. Love to see it. So Camden County looking to win this map and win the evening, staying undefeated, looking to go 4-0. Again, the Bulldogs here looking to prevent a losing streak. Losing last week, dropping to 2-1. This would take them to 2-2 on the season. Certainly something that they would like to avoid. Compositionally here, let's take a look. It's going to be some of the same usual suspects here. Still seeing the Jet and Sova, for example, but it'll be Vortex swapping controllers, going to the Viper. We see the Viper also mirrored from Wunkin. So are these identical? Not quite. We see the Harbor and Chamber on the side of Kettering University versus on the side of Camden County. Oh, excuse me, Chamber. It's only going to be the KO and Harbor. They're going to be swapped out here. So no flashes on the side of the Bulldogs, which is interesting. Definitely very interesting. So this is just a 2-site map. Mid-control still very important. And just like we saw in map 1, a very deliberate approach from the Bulldogs. Not giving anything away just yet. Is going to start to hear some utility being used. And I think they may have heard him if they were paying attention. But I maybe got masked. No ammo left. Yumo almost pulls that one out. Bus goes down across the map. I believe it was Valley. Nish trading it right back, and now it's a 3 versus 3, low health bars.
Spike planted.
Oh, and Flame just spotting out the player. It's sloppy. He goes down. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Nish and Flame. Nish making some noise. Flame taking space. He's going to find both back here. Misses the first headshot. And brings Island, I believe, down very low. They're going to have to get to work now.
Not ready yet.
Island trying to play time! And this could get a little weird, but luckily the Cougars lock it down. Island trying to, well, Island was on an island and tried to pull one out of his hat there. But you know what? As I always like to say, almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. The fact is, Camden County, with the pistol round win, will look to take round number 2 as well, and momentum early. By the way, if you haven't followed the stream yet, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Go ahead and hit that follow button. The little heart at the bottom right of your screen helps the program. Most importantly, though, helps the students out. Get their brand out there. Reward them for putting on a show for you tonight. Vortex going to get us started very quickly here with this mid control. But gets traded back by Sloppy, who had a relatively quiet map number 1. And the flash is out, and Bus will take a pair! And it will now just be Mo Mello! And Bus with a triple kill, locking it down. The Cougars doing what they needed to do, which is twofold. First of all, preventing that spike plant, but also only dropping a player. Only dropping one player, which is huge. Again, these high-level players definitely going to be playing an economic game. Micro and macro economics here. Where are my business majors in chat? Time value money. Anybody? Anybody? Here we go, heading into round number 3. Bus going to use the knife there early. Is going to get a lot of audio here. And that Viper wall is down. They're going to play very aggressive. But they don't know about Bus! Bus with that wide swing, and Nish with some damage is going to lose sight. Well, he's going to gain sight, but all too late, of Valley. 2 versus 3. I mean, if you're Camden County, you're happy with the possibility of this round.
Spike planted.
Harbor wall going to be used, as will the Cascade. Vortex just kind of floating here. We'll put the Viper grenade down, the Viper smoke, just to gain a little bit more territory.
Last player standing.
Vortex has one! Has a second! Wait a second, we're not out of this just yet! Island will just have to find one bullet! Oh, gets pinged! Tight spot here, Marshall being gained. But now the time is very much of the essence. And it might be Vortex just trying to have Island die to the bomb explosion here. And my God, it was very close, but gets away. I think that was kind of a quasi-anti-save that was going on there. I mean, a pretty strong round from Camden County, all things considered. And it will be, you know, picking up the op. So the Cougars are invested, to say the least, now in these rounds.
You want to play? Let's play.
And it was Valley getting that opening frag. It was on Flame, who was lurking mid. And Sloppy, it could be perfect timing and positioning, or the worst timing in the world. It's all about your perspective, as you know. Trades it right back 4-4. Bus with a kill. And here comes the plant. Here comes the site take.
Spike planted.
Bus is gonna get aggressive. He finds the flick onto Wunkin. I'm pretty sure that he had that intel as well. I'm pretty sure that he would have seen Island.
One enemy remaining.
And it will just be Island here in A main. But Bus is huge on defense of A. A triple kill. Camden County very much in this one. So it will be a save round for the Bulldogs. So they may play this a little bit differently. Vortex not leaving anything to chance is going to be eliminating that B main with this Viper ultimate. And gets that kill onto Valley. He'll reposition here. Ooh! Bad timing that time. Unscoping at the wrong time. But here comes Nish. Nish, Flame, and Bus gonna get a little bit aggressive here. It'll be the shock dart getting the kill. And now the Cougars are looking for a little bit more. Island repositioning into the back of mid. And it's just trading shots. They're not landing. And Island certainly doesn't know that Yuno's back here. They're going to start to put the squeeze on as Island drops 4-1. The Cougars opening up an advantage. KU going to need this round. With their backs up against the wall. The economy not going to be perfect. They will be buying rifles across the board for sure.
That works.
But I don't believe it will be full armor. Actually, Valley gonna get into the operator business here. A lot of long angles on Breeze. Oh, and so much intel! 4 agents suppressed! Bus just gonna get out with his life. And now we'll be watching these players shooting through the smoke. Flame drops. Momelo has been lost, but Nish knows about it. It might be down to timing. Got the dink, and that's why some players will never buy the Phantom, and only the Vandal would have been a kill. Vortex knows about Island. 3 versus 3. Mid lane control at stake here.
One suppressed.
And there is, the headshot. Second kill for them, and here comes Vortex. Doesn't quite have it. And I think, Kettering University got to think about the B play now. Low health bars, but won't much matter with an op in play. Camden County going to have no choice but to
30 seconds left.
reposition here and split. And now with the audio cue, the bomb going down, Bus will be called over, and we missed it. Wish that we didn't. Knife is out. 1 versus 1. Sova has ultimate available. Island thinking probably about this window. And does have the kill. Gets Island to commit the ultimate. Gets him to commit the ultimate. He's going to get aggressive here. Island won't need to re-peek. And he just misses the shot. Island now in no particular hurry. And he's going to do a bit of a jump peek. Island gonna have to peek it one more time. Will have one more chance. My goodness, had he stuck it, but there's no way to know that. He's gonna just try and get this op to safety. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to. And just like that, the op has vaporized. Is that a bit of a black hole? What's happening there? Does anybody know? Science majors in chat? Is it antimatter? Dark matter? Well, I'll tell you, it does not matter. The fact of the matter is the Bulldogs of Kettering University have struck back here, proving that, their bite may be just as strong as their bark. Going to get super aggressive here. Of course, he is playing the chamber, so he can reposition. I believe what happened there was they spotted out, they being Kettering University, spotted out the elbow. And there is trading it right back. And there's a lot of fight happening here off to the side. 3 versus 3 fights across the map. 2 members of Camden County sitting on the B site, and Vortex will be sent here to mid. So a standard 3-man defense. A lot of smokes being used, and so Flame is gonna know, doesn't have the shot, and now the A site is open for business. With the op in hand, I mean, is it 2 versus 3? Not impossible. I think the Cougars will be about this retake. Ooh, and Vortex spotting out the head for just a moment. Interesting, Wonkin not willing to commit the Viper ultimate on this particular round.
Toxins going up.
Kettering University not willing to give Camden County anything for free. So this is going to be, these are the critical moments here. Vortex going to get aggressive. Spotted it for just a moment. But Mo Mello with the kill. And now definitely playing for an exit frag here and saving this off, no doubt about it. Mo Mello is going to force them to keep it. I think this op goes down. So they take a Vandal off the board. But that will be it. So I was going to say the Cougars, not sure what the buy will be. It's certainly not going to be a full buy. Could buy for a teammate and bring his ultimate into the round. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Buys for one of his 3 teammates there. And is definitely, has already committed this ultimate here. So now is the time. Island, I think, spotted him for just a moment. Viper wall being used, as is the Harbor. It will be a guess here. It's also the Viper ultimate. Kettering University determining now is the time. So tense moments. Trying to find something would have been a huge kill there. Nish, of course, with the knives out. And wait a minute, it's gotten a little rotten for the Bulldogs. I'm not sure how this happened. Flame with the kill as well. Now it comes down to Island, who has been spotted out. There's only 1 knife left. Nish will only need 1. Camden County bouncing right back. And that was a round they needed to win. 5-3, intense, exciting moments. And if you're the Bulldogs, you're a little bit sad, obviously, committing that many ultimates. Or at least committing that much utility and the Viper ultimate, which they won't ever get back on this half. It would be unlikely scenario. They did, of course, nerf, they being Riot, the Viper ultimate. Vortex, certainly an outside chance to get his back. Actually, pretty likely. Ooh, and this could be a cheeky position here for Flame. Oh, looks the wrong way. The teleport won't be able to be used. Flame trading 1, Bus getting into it as well. Of course, the spike hasn't been committed, but not sure they're going to be able to get it back. Kettering University, that is. Vortex is actually going to spot the spike on the ground here, which is going to be huge. Could just sit still. Island taking space on B. And Vortex doesn't need to get too aggressive. Misses the shots. But it won't much matter. He is able to settle it down. Gets 2. But the Camden County can abandon the sites. Luckily, they've lost sight of Island. Now finding him and Nish closing it down. Got a little bit adventurous. And I will say this game is certainly a very fun one to watch, very entertaining. Valorant, that is, and these students from both Kettering University and Camden County are putting on a show. So again, I stress everybody, make sure to follow this channel. If Kettering University has a channel, follow that as well. Reward these players for putting on a show. Love to see it. 6-3, heading into round number 10. Camden County with the momentum. But it will be a full buy, for sure, for Kettering University. So 3 rounds left in this half. The Cougars with 6 can do no worse than being even. 7-5 was the mark in map number 1. Bus gonna take a peek here. Of course, the Viper wall is down. So the Cougars, and there's a harbor wall used there, maybe a bit of a decoy. A bit of a decoy possibly. In elbow, we have both Sloppy and Island.
3 suppressed.
3 suppressed. So will Camden County find somebody in a rotation here, or will it be Yuno that gets the better of the 2 Bulldog players? A very odd situation. Yuno does get 1, looks for a second. He spots out the Bulldog player.
30 seconds left.
But there it was. Island and Sloppy, they played the long con, 3 versus 4. No health virtually on Valley. It will be 2 HP as a matter of fact, but the B site belongs to them. And in awkward moments, Wonkin would have been a huge kill. It will be a huge kill onto Bus, as the Bulldogs look to get round number 4 for them.
Last player standing.
Valley with a kill now onto Nish, and it comes down to Flame, who I imagine is going to play exit frags at this point. Island Sloppy getting, again, a little bit adventurous here, looking into the defender's spawn. Flame in no hurry is just going to probably swing this or stay put right at the very end, and he will decide to stay put, it looks like. Just wanting to take that Vandal to the next round. So 6-4. Cougars would love, absolutely love to be able, and they certainly have the economy of looking at Bus's money to buy out both this round and next. At least I believe so. Math majors in chat?
Keep up.
But that's a huge round. I mean, the momentum was starting to swing back to the Cougars. Bus gonna get
Suppressed.
a little bit more creative with positioning. Nish and Bus have taken similar spots every time. The Vandal just gonna be transferred over. And Flame with a kill, possibly through the smoke, but Bus doesn't quite have the spray control.
There they are. Shock dart. I am the hunter.
Oh no, and I don't believe that he's going to be able to get a kill. He being Flame tried to make a play there, a little bit awkward. And now it'll be, you know, in a 1-1 versus 4. Very likely going to be a save with this op, but possibly we could see the Bulldogs seeking this one out. Sloppy will drop, which will give that intel to the Bulldogs. You know, thinks about making himself available. And he gets flanked, gets shot up by both Valley and Island to close it down 6-5.
Last round in the half.
Well, momentum shifting. We've seen it shift both directions. Both directions here.
Right here.
The Cougars need this one. And again, it's going to be a weird buy situation. It won't be full across the board. For Camden County, that is. So here we go, 6-5. And that Viper wall committed to A, as we've seen often. The Cougars changing things up, taking this mid-control, deciding to be creative and aggressive. We haven't seen that much from them. And it really has been that mid-control they've been lacking.
I suggest you move.
And Nish is going to need that kill. Doesn't have it, but Bus has the trade off the backside here. They're going to need Flame to stay alive, but he won't. It will be Bus spotting out
Spike planted.
some of the members of the Bulldogs first. And there goes Valley, and now Valley gonna get more intel, but it will be through the smoke. Will Bus? They're gonna have to get to work. The Cougars in a 2 versus 3, low health bars, but just some awkward positioning, awkward smokes, just buying time for the Bulldogs. KO ultimate used, and there was Yuno with a great kill in a 2v2 with time left remaining.
Player standing.
It comes down to Bus, but Sloppy with 2. 6-6, we're going into the second half of map number 2, tied up. CCC and KU trading blows back and forth. A very competitive map number 2 for sure. The Cougars looking for 7 more rounds to send us home early tonight. KU looking for 7 to keep us just a little bit longer. Nish getting aggressive, taking space, and I think that was through the Viper wall. And now Yuno on the backside. We're just missing some of these kills, but I don't think we're gonna miss this one here. Wow, the crouch, timely for Mo Mello. Bus, timely with his kill. He'll swing on the Mo Mello, but Mo Mello has gone huge here. 12 HP, a minute left remaining. And what felt like a round the Cougars had has slipped through their fingers, slipped through their paws. 6-7, the pistol round goes to KU and the Bulldogs. The Cougars looking to change things up here, going to trying to get mid control just to try and get this spike down. But it's an absolute slaughter at the moment. Only dropping 1. Momel goes low, but not low enough. Has HP to spare, but not much. Here goes Bus, gets aggressive, tries to right click onto Valley. Doesn't happen. And again, a round that the Cougars don't really expect to win ultimately was not won. 6-8, but this is the one. I mean, this tells us a lot about the teams we're seeing. This round right here, the bonus, the all-important bonus. Mo Mello just tapping Yuno, getting him off the board early. The Cougars sending a pair to mid-flame, getting that one back. Mo Mello goes low. He's alive. Mo Mello with a second Valley as well. And finally, he goes down, and if Vortex has that, that would have made the round interesting. But 6-9, and KU now with full control. Full control of this map. Certainly not done, needing to win a few more rounds, obviously, but the momentum very much on their side. Valley's gonna spot 2 and reposition, gets away with his life. The Cougars changing things up, thinking about this B site. And KU has 100% moved everything over to this B side here. And my goodness, Valley has gone low again. KU has gone away with some low HP a few times. Ooh, and Bus, the aim is true. Opening us up, getting that early frag. But Bus is gonna run right into Sloppy, who is ready. And Momella, who has had a huge game, continues to build the resume. 3 to 4, low 8 health on a couple of players. Nish getting that kill, and that was huge. Tries to flick to Wunkin.
Standing.
And now it just comes down to Vortex, who has the lineup. Commits it now. And I'm not sure it did land, but it would have needed a little bit more than that. Round 10 for KU on the board.
They're nothing but flies.
And round 17 gets ready. So a timeout being called from Camden County and the Cougars, so we will swap and let the players talk it out. So the Cougars dropping a few pivotal rounds there at the end of the first half seems to have allowed the momentum to slip away ever so slightly. But the Bulldogs looking to make that ever so slight very significant. So getting ready to try and close this down. I mean, 6-10, 4-round lead, not insurmountable by any stretch. But, of course, they are on the attacking side, are the Cougars. Not an easy task, but they're going to have to get started right away. And what do we expect to see a little bit more of? I mean, I like a lot of the decisions the Cougars are making. And likewise with KU, evenly matched in that department. I think it's just come down to some aim. I mean, there have been a couple of unfortunate, uncharacteristic, honestly, kills dropped by Camden County. So they'll look to clean that one up, and we will look to get back into game. Timeout over.
That's a good spot.
Oh boy, this could get bad. Nish should have heard that. But they may be not looking the right way. This timing from Valley could be huge, but Bus, an absolute critical kill, and Nish is into the site, has his back turned, does get the intel. They know where Wunkin is. But utility now being used to slow down the advance. And Momella and Sloppy have taken positions off the backside here.
Spike down mid.
Bus and Flame with their backs up against the wall. But wait a minute, Bus has lost track of Island. It's a 2 versus 2 and weird positioning.
Last player
And just doesn't have the aim. And a 1v2 Flame, very much in this one. Plenty of time still to play with. Sloppy standing in overwatch of the Spike. Spike now in hand. Maybe Flame will play with this here.
seconds left.
We'll have Island. But now, in no hurry. Oh, has to reposition again. Sloppy suppressive fire. He's going to have to find one. And this is just a tough spot to be. Sloppy gets the kill.
10 seconds left.
And he almost has it, but Island ready for it. A great idea. Figuring that Island was going to be going aggressive there. Island plays it more deliberately, though. 6-11. KU 100% in control of map number 2. So taking a look at the economy,
You want to
it
play?
will be a full
Let's
full
play.
glass cannon mode for Vandal and Ultimate in hand. And they've just not been able to find any sort of picks here. Mo Mello is going to be ready, finds Nish. Takes damage. Spike going to go down. And I don't think that I would say the play may have been for the Viper ultimate.
Nowhere to run.
Spike did get down, of course. Flame using his ult to try and deter the defuse. And Flame and making this one interesting, but Mo Mello has no reason to push this, you would think. And has the lineup, and now they're going to have to get it. He misses the shot, round 12 for KU. Now it will be 6 match points for the Bulldogs. Well, map points to send us to a deciding map number 3. So, I mean, the Viper Ultimate didn't get used. It's still a tool in the toolbox. And Camden County has not been able to solve the defense. I mean, if anyone recalls, it was 6-3 at one point. It is 9 straight rounds for KU, and they look to build upon that momentum.
Deploying drone.
And Mo Mello has repositioned this op. Again, they've kept the Cougars guessing. Nish doesn't have the crosshair placement. And a great timing here. Wait a minute. But wait a minute. Are they going to know about Wonkin?
Player standing.
1 versus 2. The Cougars with a chance in this one.
Last player standing.
And more than a chance now. 1 versus 1. Vandals in hand. Wonkin versus Bus.
Planted.
Wonkin has taken some space, finds Bus, and that will be map number 2. Going to Kettering University. We will go to a deciding map number 3.
Defenders win.
Hide the bodies. We weren't here.
There you have it, everybody. Heading into map number 3 next. The Cougars, their attack was sloppy. There's no doubt about that. Not able to solve that Rubik's Cube puzzle that was the Kettering University defense. Mo Mello with a quiet map number 1, a very loud map number 2. So we will take a brief moment to let everyone take a break and set up map number 3, and we will see you back here in just a few moments. Welcome back, everybody, to Camden County College Cougar Esports. We're getting right into map number 3. It will be Sunset. So we are not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into the agent selection. As we've seen on both maps 1 and 2, Camden County College will start on the defense, the bluish-green side. Your Cougars. And on the right side of your screen, on the red team, the attacking squad, the Bulldogs from Kettering University, looking to take a reverse sweep. The Cougars looking to have something to say about it. And the defense for Kettering University was so strong, you're beginning to understand maybe why they liked going to that side of first. But map number 3 gets ready to get started. And listen, if I'm Camden County, I think the pressure is on. You absolutely must have a better start or a strong, convincing defense. 6-6 won't cut it based off of what we saw from that attack side. So here we go. CCC, KU, getting ready to let battle be joined on Sunset, the new map this season in Valorant. This is, of course, NSL, the Naystar League Varsity Plus, week number 4. The Cougars looking to stay undefeated here. KU trying to prevent that slide, that 2-game losing streak, dropping their game last week. So, by the looks of things, it will be some fighting here on the A site. Flame deciding to get a little bit more passive. They're just going to cede control. Will the Cougars up this A site? And Mo Mello is on the site. A control very much in the hands of the Bulldogs from Kettering University.
Spike planted.
Oh, Vortex spots one out. And it was a trade. Wunkin and Bus going toe-to-toe. 4-4 now. Flame doesn't have the kill onto Mo Mello, and now it's odd man advantage. And it might just come down to this timing, with one.
Remaining.
And he's going to have to get aggressive here. Vortex going to have to be heroic now. It's going to start with this kill onto Island. Doesn't have it. The pistol round goes to KU. I mean, and that's exactly how you want to start if you're the Bulldogs. If you're the Cougars, that is going to start to live in your mind, you would think, maybe. And they're going to get aggressive here and just stack mid, taking some space. They put the Astra smoke down, and Valley is caught out. So here will be Island having to hold the flank, but he's going to have to hold it against an absolute monsoon, a tsunami. He finds a second, and they are ready for the Cougars. Island with 3. It looked like he may have gotten at least 3 with just the breach flash. But we're not out of this one yet. Not out of this one yet. Valorant is very much a marathon and not a sprint. So we want to take a look at agent selection here. We do see playing the Fade. And we do see, I'm sure that's going to be, we have Bus taking out the Cypher. So a couple of new agents being spotted out here. And some kills for KU. Nish going to get flashed out, and he's going to have an odd Odd numbers. Bus finds one, but it gets swung on by Mo Mello, and while damage was dealt, no kills were found. 1 versus 3, and Flame certainly has a chance here. You'd feel really good about it if he could get a kill early. Because there are low health bars, but there's going to be a lot of angles to check.
Spike planted.
All of the entry points being guarded. Mo Mello not with that kill. I'm not sure how. Low health bars on everybody. Headshots not even necessary. But time is very much of the essence. And round 3 goes to KU on that all-important bonus round. And now the Cougars have dropped, I want to say, I think we're on to 13 rounds if we count map number 2. 13 rounds in a row. At some point, you have to wonder if this is just a loss of confidence and some tilt, because that's not the team we saw in map 1.
We can come back from
But an extended run. 12. No, it's 13. Yes, 13 in a row. And here comes Flame. Flame and Nish getting a little bit, again, creative. Just trying to find something. Will be shotguns here.
Where are you?
I don't think they know. They don't know about Valley lurking. They surely do now.
Last player standing.
And I wouldn't quite call it desperation, but a curveball at the very least. Bringing out the shotguns, trying to change things
Spike
up.
planted.
That right there is how you do 2 baseball references in 1 sentence, everybody. Vortex content to play for the exit frags. And I think he will be able to get at least 1.
Blocking vision.
And is he going to look this way? Will Valley spot it out? Oh, and here comes Vortex.
Enemy punished.
Does take 1 with him, but that's all it will be, and that's about all he could hope for. So it's fair to say this is about desperation time for Camden County, definitely needing to get to work. It is 14 rounds being dropped in a row.
Where are you?
Bus, I know, definitely is going to have some cheeky one-ways here. Going to hear the dog, going to probably wait for that to go away. Uses one of his one-ways, buys some time. Rotation's coming from from the mid position here. Nish just doesn't quite have the kill. Valley will take it. Man advantage gained. And Sloppy is up to the task, traded right back by Bus to keep it to just that man advantage. And now here is Flame, who may decide to lurk here. It might come down to timing. And they all line up for him! Flame, when his team needed it the most, is now gonna find a quadra kill! Breaks the streak of rounds in dramatic fashion. 1-4. And again, what was a 14-round streak has been snapped, and that might be all it takes. The Cougars will feel better about it if they can also link a streak of their own. Again, there's going to be a whole lot of economy to have to get through here. 4 rounds in a row. KU will be buying for at least the next couple. Certainly buying
You
into
want
this
to
one.
play? Let's play.
Blinded.
Flame gets the flash. A lot of utility being used. The Cougars being very, very generous, I should say. And the Breach ultimate will also be committed. And so these are tense moments now. Here is Vortex through the smoke. Flame has been huge. He's on fire at the moment.
Cage triggered.
Bus on the flank. They're going to hear him. And surprisingly, somehow they didn't hear him.
No one to interrogate.
Maybe a little bit confused, KU, about where those footsteps were coming from because Bus was not being subtle about that flank. Gets the double. And now KU could definitely full buy into this round if Valley wants to be a bro, be a friend to Sloppy, maybe opting not to, just want to take that light armor. The Cougars starting to get a bit aggressive here. And there it is. The attack swept away onto A, 2 for 1. Four versus 3. And mid has absolutely been a flashpoint here. Oh, and Valley gets one! Almost got a second, maybe. The man advantage, and Flame, who's been a pillar on this A site, turns away at either the right or wrong time, depending on how you look at it. It will be the wrong time. The spike, by the way, isn't here yet on A. So the Cougars will be a little bit confused, potentially, about what's happening here.
I got the spike.
Mo Mello
30 seconds
and
left.
Sloppy pulling the defense off of the B site.
Spike planted.
Vortex and going to have to be on the retake here. Fade ultimate used. He'll know where they're not. So the site is clear. Showstopper available for Mo Mello. And he will use it. When will it get used? When will it be committed? Finally uses it. It does damage, but doesn't find the kill. And here goes going adventuring
Enemy remaining.
through the smoke. Mo Mello will have to think about it. The satchel being utilized here to perfection. And he'll have the kill, but not the round. 2-5, KU bouncing back in a round that they absolutely had to have, certainly to prevent the momentum from starting to swing. I mean, if you're Camden County, you're at least feeling good. Or feeling better, I should say. You're not feeling great.
I got enough time to go into the astral form.
And the Astro Ultimate was available. I think I would have committed that, personally. Would have forced KU into some very, very aggressive, possibly overly aggressive peeks through the wall. At least I believe it was available.
Right where I
Getting that opening frag. He's going to hear Island pick up the gun. And here is Bus. He'll spot 2. They don't know about it. Dies in mid. They don't know where Bus is. And Vortex as well. So Wunkin, it'll be up to them to get a kill. And there is Bus going down. 3 versus 2.
vision.
Tense moments. Niche knives are out. And there is Mo Money off to the side on A, taking that space. And Mo Money's going to know that B site is wide open, but as he starts to move, Nish will start to make the calls and the rotations. Here they come. But this lurking play from Mo Money, will Camden County expect it? It could get very dangerous. Nish gets the kill. Timing could be critical here. He'll find two. Mo Mello. 1 versus 1. Mo Mello with some creative positioning here. And now it'll be all up to Nish. Not a lot of time left. Could just decide to play time.
10 seconds left.
Does Mo Mello have the time here? I think he just will. I believe. Wow, my God, it cannot get closer. Nish playing the smart game, winning round number 8, putting the 3rd on the board for Camden County in map number 3. Goodness gracious. Again, it can't get much closer, folks. These teams clearly are evenly matched, and if we're looking at a tale of rounds, I mean, it has been 3-1. And it'll actually be KU having to do a little bit of a save. They're going to decide to put a, there's going to be a party here in mid. A lot of utility being used. Mo Mello with the kill, gets traded right back, but it's gone bad. 2 versus 4 now, and upgraded weapons in the hands of Valley and Sloppy.
Spike planted.
Nish spotted out by both Island and Valley.
Player standing.
And it's going to have to be a lineup there. Could have been a little bit interesting, but... they're going to pile up in this backside, CT side, defender side spawn. And Nish going to just play for the exit frag here. Trey trying to secure this Vandal into the next round. And Valley up to the task. 3-6. 2 more rounds. I can math. There'll be 3 more rounds, as a matter of fact, on the defense. So for those of you who watch this channel regularly, Valorant not as defender-sided as, say, a Rainbow Six, but it's still advantaged defender. And so, you know, the Cougars going down anything less than 6-6, going and swinging off to the attack side, will not be great. Will not be great.
Scout destroyed. Where are
But that's exactly what it will be, as they will be, what we did miss is that this is a kind of an awkward buy, just some upgraded pistols. Mid control completely in the hands of KU as they look at the B site. Vortex maybe has the read here. Did spot out Valley. But it's going to have to be a whole lot more than that. Shots aren't quite there, but Bus.
Spike planted.
you are divided? Nice, nice.
And makes it interesting in a 3 versus 3. A few spotted out in B main.
Last player standing.
Oh my goodness, a completely blind shot from Bus, but Sloppy will lock it down. 7-3.
Have I told you you're okay? You're okay.
But again, a round that the Cougars pretty much gave up on. I mean, I think they're playing for 7-5 here. Or they had intended to play for 7-5.
I gotta visit the Astro to play some stars.
Right there. Right there.
Yes, this should do. Cage triggered.
And here we go. It's going to be a fast attack now. Mo Mello goes aggressive, but he will pay dearly for it. And here goes Flame off the backside of that fight. And into it. We're missing some of these kills. Trust me, they're happening. Flame is going to catch this rotation. Island just a little bit faster. Desperation time for the Cougars, so they're going to invest some ultimates. Has the read, but not the shot. Oh, and Nish also maybe with the read, but looks away at the wrong time. Bus with the position. He'll get a spike for his trouble as well. He's going to get aggressive. He'll swing on to Island, and 2 for Bus.
Last round before the switch.
Here.
So given how this one started, 5-7 would feel pretty good for Camden County. Not going to be a full buy for them. Some upgraded, it'll be SMGs, some light armor.
Let's play.
Vortex has the Spectre. Peeking this angle would be a little awkward. Might consider doing it just for some intel. Nish turning his back at the wrong time, and it will be Bus! Bus taking the Chamber Ultimate off the board. Fade Ultimate being used off to the side. Vortex doesn't have the shot. Oh, Nish getting tagged up devastatingly. Only 2 HP. With the lurk. This could be great timing or horrible timing. Won't quite find it. Flame's going to hear the utility coming down now. Astra Smoke's going out. Again off to the backside.
30 seconds
The
left.
plant is going to go down, and Flame can be seen. Unfortunate.
Spike planted.
The swing gets aggressive here. And Yuno's going to have a whole lot more. Does have utility, but not the kill. And Mo Mello shuts it down with a triple. 4-8. Second half of map number 3, the decider. The Cougars on the back foot here will need this pistol round to stay in this one. So maybe we'll find out that Sunset a little bit more attack-sided. But we'll find out in a few moments.
There. There. There.
Camden County, at the moment, leaning toward this B side. A 3-player stack, no mid-control from Kettering University.
I'll find you.
And Nish has just gone aggressive, goes into the site. He's going to get tagged up. His attention pulled away. Island does good damage. Wunkin and Island holding here. And here comes without the shot, and Vortex as well. The spike goes down, but it won't matter, as KU is now knocking at the door.
I should probably place some stars in the astral plane. I should.
So the Cougars, I think, feeling some desperation, are going to force buy. They are going to force buy. It's going to be light armor, some upgraded SMGs, knowing that they've got to get to work. Can't really afford to give many rounds away now. Need to find something early. And Flame, again, maybe KU not expecting this force buy as 2 drop early. Island down as well. Vortex with that kill there. And they will own the B site. KU will have to play the retake.
Spike planted.
Bus, it's all about timing. Spots him out. Caught with a dog, but now here comes Wunkin. Oh, and some good... I'm not sure what we're seeing there. Momelo getting super aggressive satchels on in, but it will be Flame. And it got a little bit interesting there for Camden County. But that's not a round you really expect to win, so good heads-up play with that force buy. Backs up against it, knowing they need some momentum, and that's the kind of round that can spark that sort of rally. 5-9, though, so they're going to need to have a lot more than just that. The reality is, though, you're going to get at least this round potentially, as KU is forced into that save, losing that round, that post pistol round number 2 in the half. Well, let's see. Can CCC springboard? Wunkin going to use utility, trying to slow them down. And here is Yuno and Nish. The Nish knows about it. Island gets a bunch flash, but through the smoke, the kill will come out from Nish. And Valley trying to make things interesting in a 4 versus 3, but Yuno shutting that one down pretty quickly. And here comes Bus. He's going to get the intel here. He knows that Sloppy's around the corner. Sloppy surely doesn't know that he's there with the kill. And now a 4 versus 1. Momelo, who again has been waking up in this one, Bucky in hand. Satchel play potentially. Gonna look to try and do some economic damage. I don't think Momelo wants to necessarily take this into the next round. And here comes Yuno, trying to feel good, trying to wake up now. 3 kills, 9-6, and we have a map. So the Cougars doing what they needed to do.
This goes here.
9-6.
That goes there.
Here.
The Cougars spread out this time, takes into control around the map. It will be a stack of 3 B players now for KU. Knowing that the Cougars have found some success here. The Cougars may be smelling that, thinking about the A play here, and Bus will be the first to spot out Sloppy, and with a kill, could open up the site. Sloppy looks to reposition. Utility being used, and now the A site is what is in the sights here. Yuno almost didn't hear that, maybe. Bus and Yuno getting us started with first and second blood. Yuno looking for more. Doesn't have it. 4-3, though. It'll be the retake, and a whole lot of utility left for Camden County.
Right there.
Vortex gonna hold this spot here. Was spotted out, took a lot of damage. But Nish is ready, and now 2 players remaining, and will it be the save? It will. KU sensing the momentum like a pendulum might be swinging the other way, is gonna save these save these weapons, take it to the next round. The Cougars with their 7th on the board, but Island looking to do some economic damage here. The Cougars would be best to sit still. At 9-7, and again, Camden County feeling good. A force buy is what KU is thinking about. Again, they will hit that loss bonus after this round, so knowing that Camden County's economy starting to build, wanting to do some damage, not wanting them to all max out here, has decided to force buy. It will be a handful of rifles, SMGs, of course a full buy from Camden County. The Cougars gonna take some positions here in B main at Mo Mello.
You are divided.
Gonna be lurking, and the Astro ultimate, the wall, has been used, as has the Fade. So Nish surely knows where he is. No kills yet gained. Control, but no kills, and there we go. A 2-for-1 trade. Astro wall coming down now. Bus will hold the backside here. It'll be 2 players, as a matter of fact, holding the backside. Vortex and Nish onto site. And here they come, getting some odd man advantage. Nish with a pair. And Flame locking it down. The Cougars have clawed right back now. 9-8, and that was a forced buy for KU. So they're going to force right back into this one, but it won't be a full buy across the board. You wonder if at some point they might do a mixed buy just to get their money all sorted out. The Cougars proving, at least up until this point, that this is very much an attack-sided map.
That's a nice spot.
Cougars going to spot out Valley here in this position, holding close on B main. And they are all grouped here. Fade and Sky finding out where they aren't, which is almost as good as where they are. Mo Mello going to commit the paint. And Island with the kill. Nish went aggressive and paid for it. Yuno with the swing. Has one on the back, not even the one he was going for. And now it's a 2 versus 4. Vortex going to have to pull one out. Finds one. Has a chance here. But yes, they're just going to wait for Sloppy off the backside. 8-10. It'll still be a full buy for Camden County. A number of ultimates available for KU. Valley already committing it in this round. Astra, Raze, and Sky available as well. Only Cypher for the Cougars. And again, Mo Mello might just pop that showstopper when the Cougars make it obvious that they've committed to this site. If indeed that happens. And here's the Sky ult being used, so KU knowing it's time, they're going to know that it's a B-lean for sure. Does Camden County decide to reposition now? And Flame opening it up. Will they know about Valley with the op in hand, waiting by the smoke? They bring another one, and Nish has come in, and Valley and the op are down. Island, though, as he has, proving to be a tough nut to crack. Wonkin lurking mid, and the quick retake here. The soft retake for KU has been strong.
30 seconds left.
And as it often does, it comes down to timing. Sloppy with a triple kill. 8-11. And now Camden County has some decisions to make. It certainly can't be a full buy across the board. Well, close. Very, very close. Not wanting to play for overtime here. KU and the Bulldogs fully invested now. So a couple of ultimates used. Astra and Raze still available for KU. We now have Nish with the knives available. Maybe saving it for the next round if it's necessary. Island repositioning, as a matter of fact.
There.
And what we can see here, it's going to be Bus and Vortex going to A, potentially, off of this push. Wonkin not yet taking the bait. Maybe hearing it now, he might be caught leaning. So the A site is open, at least for the time being.